Hey guys, so in the last few videos I've been covering common initialisms in fitness, a series of letters that are short for something. And in the last two I covered TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, the amount of energy your body uses on a normal day. And I started to break down what that's made up of. And the first part of that was your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, which is your body's energy requirements at rest. How much energy your body uses when you're doing nothing. Just the amount of energy that's needed to maintain and look after your organs, your bone, muscle, fat, and so on. The second component of your TDEE is what's called your TEF, the Thermic Effect of Food. It's the amount of energy that is used in breaking down your food to then be used. And it's a relatively small part of your total daily energy expenditure, but it is a factor, around about 10 to 15%-ish. And things that affect it are your food choices. Generally speaking, more proteinous meals, heavier in protein, will take more breaking down. Some meals can take up to 40% of the energy in them to break them down, which obviously means then you've got more calories to play with elsewhere. It's a relatively small win though. Realistically, the amount of extra food you could eat because of those choices would be in the range of a couple of mouthfuls at most. So whilst it's worth knowing about, I wouldn't necessarily make different food choices for that reason alone, especially if they're food choices perhaps you're not happy with. Protein heavy food does also fill you up a little bit more, so perhaps you might find it easy to have a little bit less of that. And when you put those two things together, if it's a protein heavy meal that you're happy having and isn't considered to be a faff or too much effort or something you don't enjoy, then yeah, it will all help. But ultimately, thermic effect of food is a relatively small part of your total daily energy expenditure, but it's worth being aware of.